Now you are not live with me, and I wish you were. So before I get started, you asked me what am I about to drink. This is some herbal lemonade that Brandon got at the barbershop because if you understand barbershop beauty shop culture, you know folks roll in with they hustles. And so this guy is doing herbal lemonades. This is called the Rejuvenator, strawberry, peach, mango, pineapple, and rosemary. I have never drank this one before. Now I did try because I've never even heard of this person, but he had a cucumber and mint lemonade that was divine. Oh my goodness! Now I was like, okay, well I know what I'm about to make. I got cucumber. I have mint. Cucumber mint. Hey, Cassie. Haven't seen you in a minute. It's kind of tasty. I know this is supposed to be healthy for you, rejuvenate you, right? But this would go, hey, Faith, this would go really well in some vodka. This would be a really nice, refreshing vodka lemonade. Hey, D'Angelo. How's my whole nation? Whole nation in the house. Whole nation in the house. So I have a little. Yes, you really don't taste the rosemary. I tried one that was strawberry basil. It was too sweet for me. Hey, Aliana. So can't mess with that one. I just it is refreshing. It's refreshing. Oh, can y'all hear me? My thing is all the way over there. My bad. Ooh, what's your sense of the day? I wore the House of Oods white pearl. Do y'all see that little pinkiness in it? I am well. This is very lovely. This is a lovely fragrance. Now I'll tell you what. I am going to talk about them. Some because I have a few. I have a few blind buys. Not a lot. High core, but this is lovely. There's a slight spicy warmth to it, but Galleria Dream Woods. Is that did you get that one that was going out of business? But it has a slight spiciness, but there's this kind of warmth to it. It's kind of airy and yet floral. It is just really, it's a perfect work perfume. Not gonna offend anybody, but you're going to smell lovely. Ooh, scandal intense, scandal intense. Ooh, you about to do some damage to your husband, ain't you? Or might I suggest you do some damage to your husband? I'm I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Okay, so I'm putting a little something on my lips because I have an experiment we're gonna do right quick on live. Okay. Well, y'all gonna have to get a hotel room. You're gonna have to get a hotel room. Go away. We turn on some lights so we can see some things. Yes, honey, get that hotel room, baby, because I need another hotel room. Right? Baby, give him that toddy, right? Be like, here, Pops. I made you a nice little, give him a nice little tisane. Okay. You know, Ulta's having their 21 days of beauty. I bought a few things. Most of the stuff was not 21 Days of Beauty, but it was some good deals. So we're gonna see what I got. I'm gonna try some things on. Okay, okay, okay. So first thing I got was this. Oh my goodness. Let's put this box over here for now. On top of my brushes. It'll be all right. I got the Stronghold Lash Glue by Ardell. So it's supposed to last 24 hours. I don't need to last 24 hours, but when I put on some lashes, I want them hoes to last. So I wanted to try something new. Let's put you down there. Because I still love what's my favorite lash glue? And I got some other lash glue I need to be trying too. My where is it at? I don't know where it's at. Okay. I know you can't. Stay strong, girl. Stay strong. Okay. Then what else did I get? I won't show you that. Oh, this is one of my freebies. I got, if I did an Ulta haul, I had to get some freebies. So let's see what I got. Because this was a mystery gift. Are people still using magnetic lashes? I don't know. I never got into magnetic lashes. I was scared of them. And when they first came out, I did get them. And I just couldn't work with them. I couldn't get them on. They looked crazy. Now I know a lot of people love them and could get them on. I just personally could not. So I tried them. I had one up here. It was hanging off. And then I had this thing that I felt like we was going to find out that it was doing something to our eyes. And then I picked up this Paul Mitchell Straight Works Serum Gel to try out to smooth my hair down. We'll see. Because I do like Paul Mitchell products. So this was, a little gel to try outside of my Eco. I felt like wearing them too often that something about that mag that was going to pull my eye. Like all of a sudden you was going to see people like, remember for the older people, or if you've seen it, Steve Martin's The Jerk, which is a classic movie. And it was like, remember he made that, he created whatever it was for eyes, and then it wound up that people's eyes was like getting turned around and everything. That's what I felt like magnetic lashes were going to do. I felt like if you wore them in a few years, we was going to be hearing about how people had, cross eyes or cock eye, one eye over here, one looking in two different directions, things like that. So I wouldn't get it. Well, we'll see. I don't know if there anything else. Now, Morphe, and let me just tell y'all the truth. Other than the Jaclyn Hill palette by Morphe, I've never owned other than that one palette. I've never owned anything. But I saw this, it was Forbidden Honey. And remember when he grew up with the black family, didn't have no rhythm. And then he dance, he'd be like and then he lost all his money. But his family had been investing all the money he'd been sending them, and then they was rich and took care of him. I loved it. Okay, so they had this. Like I said, supposedly Morphe is coming out with a better formula. Because I was never into them huge palettes. I couldn't do them. But I saw this, and it just looks so much like me. So it's called Forbidden Honey. Yeah, Forbidden Honey. And so, like, I needed another palette. I don't. But I wanted to try because I saw somebody swatching these and I said, damn, these are pretty. So this would be a cute everyday palette if I wore makeup like that. When I was wearing makeup like that, I would wear this. But we'll see, because I got a lot of eye makeup I need to go through and declutter. Decide I'm going to put it on my eyes. Something with it, okay. They're down there for now. Okay. Do I have my coconut oil? This all hinges on me having coconut oil. Right, exactly. I saw that metallic in the middle. I said, okay, let's just try it. This all hinges on me having coconut oil for this plan that I have for us right now. But I don't see my coconut oil. I keep a little thing of coconut oil. But before we get there, so every week, Ulta has these freebies if you spend $50 in your diamond or platinum. And so I got this solid conditioner hair. Oh, I remember that one. Yeah, like I said, I had the Jaclyn Hill. I think B still has it because I gave it to her. I eventually gave her the Jaclyn Hill palette. Hey, girl. Hey, Marion. So this is a conditioning bar I wanted to try. Okay, so let's see what the freebies are, and then I'm going to show you the last three things I have. Okay, so let's see what was in my freebies. Belief Aqua Bomb Eye Gel. Ooh, I've never tried this. I was about to be out of eye gels. Yes, that's a new one I could try. Prada Paradigm. Is this a new one? This is for men though, right? This is for men. Put that aside for somebody. Then I have this ain't the oldest shit ever. Euphoria by Calvin Klein. Who dug this up? Hi Chantel, hi Lourdes. Who dug this up? Who dug this up to put in this thing? They must have been like cleaning out the back closet at Ulta to come out with that. Biolage Color Care, Color Lash shampoo, and then they must have a conditioner. Now I could wash my whole hair with this, but I sure ain't gonna do no what conditioner. Plus, I don't have any color in my hair. Okay. All right. So let me show you the last three things I have. And I want to do this comparison if I can find my damn oil. I know I didn't throw it out, did I? Did I throw it out? I usually have coconut oil on my dresser, on my desk, for the whole purposes of what I'm trying to do right now. And if you know me, you know coconut oil means I'm about to do some lip swatches. I'm about to do some lip swatching. But I can't if I can't find my coconut oil to take the swatches off with. Ah, come on now. What did I get rid of it? I know I didn't get rid of it, y'all. Because I keep the coconut. I found it. It had fallen. Woo! This look a mess too. Let me clean the coconut oil. Let me clean the coconut oil while we're sitting here talking. Then I'll show you what we're going to do. Okay? Because I just leave the coconut oil just sitting around, y'all. Just getting all kind of mess. And do my straightening up in here. Give me a second. It's going to be an exciting moment. I promise. I promise. What the hell is this? Oh, that's coconut oil. I'm trying to clean off the surface of my coconut oil. Nothing needs to be all the way clean, but let's just get off the residue. Okay, let's get started. So I got three things, but I want to do a comparison with two of them. So I'm going to get close. Get up close and personal. So I bought this Fenty liquid lipstick. I have never bought a Fenty liquid lipstick. Let me just say that. You know, truth be told, I'm not a huge Fenty fan. It's all right. You know, I'm like, oh my God, Fenty. I mean, I have a few Fenty things now, but it's never been like. And so this was the Smurfs one. And the only reason why I picked it up, oh, it's kind of cute though. Look, it's got the little flower. I only bought it because it was half price. And I was like, oh, the color looks cute. Let's see what it looks like. What is the color called again? Smurf Melon. Let's see. All right. Let's see. Oh, this is cute. This is a bright ass color though. This is a bright color. Okay, so what do we think? Okay, Cassie, Court, love it. Okay. I'll give y'all a little look again as I look for something else. Let's see if I can find what I'm looking for. Okay. And do I have the other? Why did I purchase that thing? Hold on, I'm trying to find the other one I'm looking for. This one I want to try. Oh, fabulous. I don't need that. Chili. I need to start wearing my MAC lipsticks while I'm sitting here looking through them. Blankety. This one. Stone. Heroin. Don't tell. Oh, so I don't have it anymore. Okay. Huh. Interesting. Let me look one more place. Because I'm like, this is not real life. I guess it is. Oh, I need to get rid of some stuff. Okay. Let's take this off so I can show you what I was trying to do. I thought I had 2 things to show you all, but this is 1. Well, I still have 2, but okay. Let's get this off. Pray for my lips. I only saw who else? I didn't see no other sensor today. D'Angelo told me. The rest of y'all ain't told me nothing. I need to hear from you people while I'm making a mess and a mockery of myself. I get to doing some videos. I have been like so parched and dry on videos. Yeah, it definitely needs a lip liner. Okay. So here's what we are here. Yeah, it definitely needs a lip liner. Because it's bright, bright, bright. We might play with lip liner a little bit. But let's first do this. Okay. So, you know, MAC has the new Maximals matte, silky matte lipsticks. So I decided, because I was looking, because they were half off during the 21 days of beauty. So I picked up one of my all-time favorites colors by MAC. I was actually buying 2. I bought 2, but one of them I don't have. I thought I had it. I don't know how I'm living my life without it, but okay, because I haven't been wearing anything like that. Okay. But anyway, I wanted to see, is there any difference based on this formulation from the original formulation to the new formulation? And If you know me, do you know what color I have? This is one of my all-time favorites. I talk about it all the time. I think every woman should have this color, this shade in their lipstick range. I'll sit here for a second. If you old school Mac, you gotta know what I'm talking about. Thank you, Aliana. Exactly. Ruby Woo. Ruby Woo. You cannot. If you know me, Eladoria is like the field toward the fan. You know I love that. So I have the original and I have the maximal. So let's see how they fare against each other. So let's see. So this is old school. I'm gonna put it on this side of my lips, and then we're gonna put the new on this side. So let's do this. Let's see. Let me get in this. Now this is a newer wood. Newer. It's probably about 3 years ago. But maybe. Look at her. Okay, so this is my love. Hey, baby. Hey, lover. So giving that old school matte. Because let me tell you something. Matte makes the hell out of a matte lipstick. Now I do have some of the powder kisses, and I do like those. So now this is the new Ruby Woo. Now we love her color. You cannot go wrong with Ruby Woo. Love her. Now let's see. This color better be the same, y'all. They better not have messed with the color. So let's see. Okay. The color is perfect. The color is perfect. Yes, the application is so much smoother. You know, the mattes, the old school mattes are, so you can definitely tell when you put it on. It's a much silkier. It's much silkier when you put it on. About my hey, Melissa, right? But the color is perfection, which means I can get rid of my old school Ruby Woo because this is, like we said, it is definitely silkier. Right. Remember Gertie? Man, Gertie used to stalk me. Gertie used to stalk me. I bought my first MAC lipsticks in 1992. That's when I started buying MAC. Yeah. Because then I was buying prescriptives. I was getting the custom powders made and the custom. Hi, Donna. Thank you. So, Ruby Woo. Okay. So, I can. Now, let's try my other favorite, even though I have so many favorites by MAC. I mean, if you are a MAC girl, what are some of y'all favorites? Because we could sit here and talk MAC lipstick all night long. I mean, do you listen? If you wasn't wearing nothing else, you was wearing some MAC lip products. And remember when every black woman wore Ooh Baby MAC lip glass, and MAC had the worst lip glasses ever. Them things were so sticky, but we wore them. I had one called Purr. You couldn't tell me nothing. It was a pinky one. Twig. Okay. I remember before Viva Glam, the original red was Glam. There was no Ruby Woo. There was Glam. And that was my first red from MAC was Glam. And then they started coming out with the Viva Glams. Because when I first started getting them, it was before Viva Glam started. And it was called just Glam. Because I was hurt when they had discontinued, and then I figured it out. It was the first Viva Glam. All right. We have Russian red. We have Russian red. The component looks a little. Aliana, don't play with me. I love them both. So let's see how the Russian red does. Yes, hey, yeah. If it wasn't Ruby Woo, I was wearing Russian red. This used to be me all winter. And I remembered it. Film noir. So whenever I was getting in the wintertime, because I love to look like Cruella DeVille, Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, Morticia Adams, pale with red lips. Nothing else. Pale with some red lips. Yeah, this is a true, but it is definitely a silkier matte. So it's not, and I don't think it's going to be as matte wearing as the originals because they were pretty damn matte. You was on Fashion Fair, baby. I found the matte counter and we fell in love. I actually had a makeup artist I used to deal with. He wound up leaving and going, hey, Valencia. So yes, Russian red, baby. It was the Ruby Wool Russian red or film noir. I was wearing vampy ass, dark ass colors, or 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 whore red, or whore red. I have Diva. I think I have Diva now. I think I have it. Here's my Russian red. How did I miss it? Because I knew I had Russian red. I was like, I know I ain't living this life without Russian red, y'all. I think I have Diva. I think I have Diva now. Or maybe B has Diva. Because B, baby, no, I got Chili. That's what I got. She had, whoo, hey, Donna. Well, Fashion Fair is back. They done came back on us. Okay. I'm not going to stay on super long, but let's talk about some Chicago craziness. Now, first off, y'all know, y'all done heard that person in Washington, D.C. is talking about sending in the National Guard to Chicago. Now, I am conflicted about the whole thing. I see, because some people are like, it's terrible here. And it is. There's pockets. It happens in any big city, in any big urban area. You got the crime going on in America, right? Does it warrant the National Guard coming in? No. And the reason why I say that is this is all grandstanding because Chicago has had worse eras of where they were talking about bringing in the National Guard, and I totally understood why. Yes, there's a lot that happens here, but not as the level at the level that it was about 10 to 15 years ago. Um, right. And then call it the Department of War, and I'm going war on Chicago. That, but you see how somebody must say, okay, we going a little too far. But anyway, right. So it's this whole thing about going to war. Um, but once again, what exactly is the National Guard supposed to stop? Because I promise you, they're not going to stop anything. Because what are they going to do? Listen, these people do crazy things now. Um, for instance, this happened this morning here in Chicago, and it could. And the thing is that as we talk about these things, we did just have a school shooting, right? We did have a school shooting, but we ain't gonna talk about that because that was some okay, whatever. But right, all that's gonna happen is they're gonna move them into the certain neighborhoods, and they're just gonna harass people. But is it gonna stop shit? Hell no, because they can't be everywhere. They can't be on every corner in Chicago to stop anything. They can't be out there 24/7 for how long they're gonna be out here. It ain't nothing gonna change. But let me tell you, and this is the kind of things that will inflame shit. 9:30 a.m. Man, baby mama is dropping off her, I guess, her child at school. The baby daddy and another baby mama he has comes to the school. They have an argument, and the one that came with the baby daddy shoots the other woman in the head and kills her. 9:30 a.m. this morning. This all happens. Now, I happened to see something about it, and they were showing like when the police came. I didn't look at one part of it because it was kind of graphic, you know what I'm saying? Because it was while they were there. But it was so interesting because um because luckily there were people there. First off, they were right by school, so they don't understand how far these cameras go on school. School ground cameras could see all up and down the streets. I mean, think about your Ring camera. But apparently, they're saying that the baby daddy put this woman in a choke in a head like in a chokehold, and then the other woman walks up to her, pulls out a gun, and shoots her and kills her. Now, when they're showing this, luckily there were people there to tell the police to get her because she was still there. When the police roll up, the baby daddy's still there. He's kind of milling around like, oh my God. And the baby mama's still there. She's sitting there. And so fine, someone shot her. Look in the car. The gun's in the car. So this woman was literally, and that's the part that I saw, was literally just kind of standing around while all this is happening after you done killed somebody. And then the baby daddy here acting like, oh my God. Even though you brought this woman here, so he gonna wind up getting charged. So, and I was talking about this. It's like these young people, and the young lady was like 31 that got killed. So this isn't like super young people. But the thing is that these younger people, and many people don't even think this way. You can change the trajectory in your life within seconds, one way or the other. It just depends on which way you go. And this woman has now killed a child's mother. So now that baby is motherless, and your baby's motherless too, because now your ass is going to jail. And if if they do wind up prosecuting him too, now they have these two children have no parents because y'all decided that this was something to do. Go and shoot this woman. I don't know what was the issue. I don't care. But it's like, so now, now that you've done this, oh, how do you feel? Because I can promise you, because she in jail, they arrested her ass right there. She never left the scene of the fucking crime. So now your life is over. Your life is over. You can't even touch your child again because you're already in fucking jail. This shit's insane. Oh, baby, but look at how mad that is. Well, honey, this is mad though, and I wasn't even trying to do that. So now you have ended. So now you, and it's like I will always say this. I totally understand that moment. You know, I mean, many people can say, I don't know what I would do in a moment. I totally understand that split second moment when you make a decision and you have to decide which way you're going. Because for the people who know, you know, I almost killed my ex-husband. I almost killed him. And as I was reaching for the knife to plunge into his heart, I had a split second of clarity that said, your mama ain't alive and you can't leave, you're not leaving your kids without your mama here. And I walked away and left. And he's still alive. He don't know how close he came to dying in 2008. He has absolutely no idea how close he came to dying that day. But I know how close he came. And so I can honestly say I have been in a situation where I had to make that split second decision from grabbing that knife, walking up to him and stabbing his ass in the heart, or walking away and continuing my life. He better be glad my mama wasn't alive, because that might have been a different whole play. Y'all might not even know me right now. Or maybe you would, and I'd be doing something totally different. But, and I had a much better reason to kill him about doing in that moment. You know, I had a much, more clear reason, a more compelling reason at that moment to take him out. I know I'm losing people. They're like, oh my God. Of course, the 7 people left probably don't know my story. Hey, Chris, some of you all know the story. A lot of you do. The newer people going, what the fuck is she talking about? So, so I had a moment, right? Hey, I miss you too. So, so I can understand, but at least I can say that my moment was a very compelling and not often happen moment in a person's life, right? But to want to kill somebody for whatever, for something, whatever, some conflict with you and another woman that has to do with a man, what? I haven't been on as much. You are as goofy as hell, because now you have ended your life. And now here's the other thing that we were talking about. Now this brother and sisters, whatever, these siblings have to live with the fact that the one's mama killed the other one's mama. Talk about trauma. Because this baby was in the school. This is outside of the school. So this baby is in the school. I don't know how old the child is, but that's like, so But now you have ended your life. You've ended that person's life, your life effectively, and made two children motherless in a matter of 2 seconds. From the time it took for you to pull that thing out and shoot that woman in her face, you ended your children's mother. Your child no longer has a mother, and this other child that are siblings no longer have mothers. The shit is insane that these young people, and I say this because honestly, it also goes back to what we've been talking about. I've said over and over again, this younger generation don't have conflict resolution skills, and they are bred on but see, here's the thing, and let's just be honest, they are bred on, grew up on reality TV, which says that we deal with our conflict through violence. Because let's just be honest, on all of these shows, there's always this moment where somebody has this right has this moment and they want to fight each other over something stupid. So that's the way they see how to resolve conflict, is to escalate into some form of violence, right? And you're looking and going, so what? So whatever your issue was with this young lady, in that moment you decided it was so serious that you need to kill her without thinking, I'm about to fuck up the rest of my life. Right, right. Exactly. It's like, how do you feel about those things when you know that this person, your mama is dead because your siblings' mama killed her? And it was probably over some stupid shit. I mean, come on now. It's like they are raising themselves to have no conflict resolution. They think that makes sense. You can't tell them anything. And we know the Gen Zs and all this shit think they know every fucking thing. But this, yeah, it's like, no. Now, now that I've had the sobering moment with you, let's have a goofy, stupid ass moment. There's this guy on Facebook. And you know that one guy showed he wears like the really super flashy clothes, right? Where's my thing? And he wears these super flashy clothes, right? Oh my goodness, here it is. Um, oh no, they're definitely overly sensitive. Because I tell these young people, y'all the most sensitive people I know. Because y'all can't take anything. I'm oh, and let me tell you, I wore my students out this afternoon. They were so mad at me. It was a great moment. Those are the good moments we have as teachers, to fuck with these kids sometimes. So, end of the day, and so it's kind of like enrichment homeroom, right? I don't normally have these kids in my room, but I wound up having some kids in my room because the teacher didn't show up. They didn't have a sub. So we were trying to split them up. So I had some of these kids in my room and I'm letting them just kind of chill because I didn't have anything for them to do. But okay, y'all can chill, right? So it's get there. My room, I showed y'all the stairs. These are really high ceilinged rooms. So it echoes and it's loud. So I was like, stop talking so loud. Stop doing this. And they're just kind of ignoring me. Now, I'm new teacher. So they think I'm kind of nice. I keep telling them not. Now they figure this out today. So it was almost time to go. Now they ready to go. I said, I told y'all, I said, I need y'all to sit down and be quiet for the next 5 minutes before we leave, right? I said, now if y'all keep talking, I'm gonna start adding time for y'all to sit past this bell ringing. So somebody start talking. I said, we was leaving at 2:45. I said 2:46. Somebody else said something. I said 2:47. Somebody else 2:48, 2:49, 2:50. I'm going on. And they sitting and being quiet for a minute. Then somebody say something else. And I'm so, like, I can't hear them and see their mouths moving. 2:51, 2:52. I done got them up to 3:05, y'all. We are now 20 minutes, right? I don't play with these kids. And they look at, and I'm like, if you are, and I told them, I said, I asked you to be quiet. I said all you had to do was to be quiet. So that shows you ain't showing me any you're not showing me any respect. So this is what we gonna do. Y'all gonna say, I gotta go home. I said, well, you know what? I'm about to call your parents and let them know why you ain't walking out the door right now. I said, and all of y'all staying here because they can't be quiet. So be mad at them. Don't be mad at me. They like, I said, breathe hard all you want, but don't you laugh, don't you say anything. Don't make a sound. They was looking like this hoe right here. And then I started letting them out the room. I said, if you get loud out here, I'm gonna send you back in this room. Cause now finally, look at I'm at this is a new school, right? Because I did sat their asses there in high school. They want the building cleared, honey. They clear out the building. So the security guard comes to my door because they figured out there's some kids missing. I was like, yep, they right here. And sure enough, some of them started trying to talk, going down the steps. Even security guard was like, get your butt back up here. Made the ones who talk, we made them come back up all the stairs and be quiet and then go back down. Because y'all got this messed up. So I told B, I'm gonna tell her we're gonna have a grade level meeting. I think at some point, middle school meeting. I'm gonna tell them, listen, since I can't keep them here like this, because you got to find pain points with people. I said the pain point. This is beautiful because we're still. This is middle school. This is elementary. They have lunch and recess. They have 30-minute lunch and they have 30-minute recess. I said I'm willing to give up my lunch 2 times a week. And whoever acts a fool in these classes is going to sit in here and I'm going to make them write. They're going to go get their lunch. They're coming right back up these stairs. They're going to sit in this room and they're going to be writing reflections on why you in this room. I'm going to have them doing vocabulary words. I'm going to have them doing all kind of stuff up in there. This is what happens when you act a fool. Hello, goodbye. Hello, goodbye. They're going to be like, ooh, we can't stand her. Yeah, whatever. Sucks to be you. Because I get off on that some days. Like, because what we're not going to do is act a damn fool. In front of me. In front of me. Ooh, y'all, I gotta do a live stream for y'all, my members, because I had so much extra shit I gotta tell y'all. Schedule install. No. This thing is always trying to update something. So while I have you out here, I have a couple of things we can look at before I go. So I got a couple of things. I've been putting pins in things. We will have another Beyonce's Internet Has Me Gagging. I'm not going to show you all the things I have, but I have a few things for you all to look at. Melissa, welcome. Welcome. Okay. I'm only going to show y'all 2 things. Oh, see, that's what I said. Let me tell y'all, let me not do this. I'm gonna leave this to Beyonce's Internet Has Me Gagging. Let me tell y'all about Chris Brown. I went to see Breezy. I went to Breezy Bowl. I went to Breezy Bowl. All right, so I went to Breezy Bowl in St. Louis, and let me just tell y'all about the. Let me tell y'all about the highlights of going to Breezy Bowl. Now, first off, I have to be honest. I had a so B bought the tickets, and I then put I was gonna get the room, right? Gonna balance out, y'all. It didn't balance out because of Breezy Bowl. St. Louis, them hotel rooms were sky high, and they kind of had a lock on them for a minute where I couldn't get them hardly, and then they brought the prices up. Well, anyway, I paid a lot for this room, right? But my goal was I wanted to be as close to where the concert was going to be at. Wound up being at the Dome in St. Louis, which is right in downtown area. So this is in the downtown area, right? So we wound up staying at the Marriott, as y'all can see, with the 14.95 bottle, so I can get some water. Uh, and so it was like, so that was that. So the good thing was our hotel was 2 blocks away from the concert site. Fabulous, because let me tell you, them people was for real lined up for Breezy. The concert was supposed to start at 7. They was out there before 5 p.m. lined up to go see Breezy. So me and B look, because we come out, because now we got there, we took the train down. So when we got there, we was a little tired. We went to the room and everything. So I told her, I said, so do we, go get something to eat first, or do we get into the room, get dressed and then go? So we decided to get dressed and then go. Now the good thing about Breezy's concert, it wasn't like um, you know, Beyonce's where everybody's doing the cowboy Carter. This was a very, it was like Breezy Bowl. So it was very, you know, athletic wear and things like that. So that's fine. So we looking at everybody first off like hell no. So then we found and it was so good. A little barbecue place nearby, and they had briskets, and the brisket was fire. So we went and we was eating, had us a little cocktail. Cause first off, I'm not trying to eat any food in a concert arena. Cause we know because like we know some people who went and they were talking about they were lined up at 5 p.m. and were like getting food in there. I was like, hell no. First off, it's gonna be overpriced and it's gonna be disgusting. So absolutely not. So we went, ate, drank, we was cool. So now we get to the concert. So we up high. Even for these tickets was up high, even though, and that's fine. I don't mind because I wouldn't want to be down there, because they doing too much down there. So now I will say it was a really good show. I'm so glad I went, because I forgot how much music he has and how much that, he's done over the years. He did was he had like video montages throughout the concert because he did like 2.5 hours, and he starts out talking about the rise. So he comes on, he sings a little bit, and then he has this video montage talking about the rise. And it's all about when he first started out, he was super popular and everything. And then he sings some songs from that era of his career. And then he does a video montage saying the fall. I think it was called The Fall or something, talking about what happened, the situation with Rihanna. And video clips of him talking. You remember he couldn't get played on the radio. People were like, he's done. So he had video clips from that time. And then he performed music from that time. Then he ended with, he called it The Legacy, talking about some of his newer music and things like that. And something like that. So it was a really good, well done show. Really good. I mean, the dancers were great. It was a good show. But now let me tell you what happened. So we are up here in the high seats, right? In front of us is this. It's a black girl, an Asian guy, and an Asian girl, right? And then so they're right on this side of us. right here is a white guy, a biracial guy, and a white girl. And we all just having a good time watching the concert. Woo, woo, woo. Okay, yeah. Asian girl, and this is her and the Asian guy are dating, gets drunk, gets real drunk, like super drunk. So she's drinking, right? She's having a good time. Okay, okay. And I started noticing she's like, so she starts talking to the people next to her. Boyfriend goes away to the bathroom, and girlfriend starts like really like flirting with these two young men, especially the biracial guy. So she's just like, honey, she is just throwing herself at them while the boyfriend's gone. Boyfriend comes back. She continues to do this. And I'm sitting there watching all this going down. We all kind of like, and so she's just like really just talking to them, and she's touching them, and she's leaning over toward them, and she's just, yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's like all over them. And so boyfriend finally gets enough, and I guess he said something. And the biracial young man is like, "Yo," he like, like, "I don't want her. That's yours." He's trying to tell him, "I am not the one coming on. It's her." So then they have a little argument sitting right here in the concert in front of me, because I saw it, because B said she didn't know. So I said, "Oh yeah, they had a nice little argument." And so I guess then she's going to like appease the boyfriend. So she gets on top of him and on his lap, and she's dancing, and they're acting like they having sex, like she riding him. All the while she's doing this, she keeps glancing over here at these young men, like, see what I can do, see what I can do. Finally, she was so drunk, they finally left. The friend, because the friend, I guess, finally convinced the boyfriend, come on, let's go. So he was getting toward the end of the concert, and they left early. Because if they hadn't left early, I promise you, she would have tried to leave with them. And when they left, I tapped him. I said, "You can enjoy the rest of the concert." He was like, "Thank God, thank God." It was just like a hot mess. Then on the way home, we get on the train because we took the train down. Why was this couple having an argument on the train? It wasn't super loud, but because I was like here and they were like here, I could hear the guy. Baby, I was thinking, oh, please, I hope y'all resolve this. Because all I could think of, we got 6 hours on this train. Your ass is in trouble if y'all can't figure this shit out right now. Hey, Sabrina. So luckily, I fell asleep, but I woke up. I guess they have worked it out because they weren't arguing anymore. But for a minute, it was like they was having like a heated little argument. I was like, ooh, this is not going to be good. So those were the highlights of the Chris Brown trip. But it was good. It was good. Had a really good time. I needed to get away. Now I need to get away for like 3 days. I need 3 days in a hotel by myself with a tub in the hotel so I can soak in some water and not be bothered, not answer my phone, just be quiet. Go, and I need restaurants nearby so I can just walk out, go get some food, come back, and sleep. Sleep. Y'all know what I'm talking about. 3 days where you can sleep late. You ain't got to do nothing. You ain't even got to wash your ass if you don't want to. Oh, we. Right. People watching it can be so much fun. Baby. Whew. So that's what happened. And let me see what else. What's else been going on? Much, not much. Nothing much. All right, so I'm going to toss my old Ruby Woo and Russian Red for these new Maximal Mats by um, Mac. But now that I found them, I'm going to do a whole little short on are the Maximal Classic Reds as good as the originals, the retro mats. Oh, the bullet's a little taller too. Oh, she's a little thinner. Doesn't have as you see, I stopped myself from saying that. I mouthed it, but I did not say it out loud because y'all see where I was going with that. Okay, y'all, let me get ready for bed. It's been lovely as always. Love y'all. Love y'all. I have seen the new Natasha Denona palettes. Me and Faith was just talking about the Hourglass palettes that we don't need, but we probably gonna get at some point this season, as long as they're around. Because do I need another Hourglass palette? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. All right, y'all. Good night. Let me go give and y'all have a good night. It's Monday night. We got the whole rest of this week to work. Okay, my bad. They are so pretty. But I got three pretty ass ones for the last 3 years. Do I need another one? I don't think so. But okay. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. See, I had to hold it like a real creator, like a real influencer. Rachel, you know what? Now that you put it in perspective, you're absolutely right. All right, y'all. Talk to you later. Don't you? Did you feel the influencer part of me right here? I'm gonna start doing videos like this. Hi, y'all, just so I can feel like an influencer. Because you ain't a real influencer if you don't hold the tiny mic in your hand. Like you can't clip it on yourself and you can hear it. Because I could listen. We found out this damn tiny mic. I could go all the way into the other side of the basement and you can still hear me on it. So why do we need to hold it like this? We don't. Good night.